Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be making this beautiful bag today. I got an inspiration from a bag my mom owns, and I wanted to recreate something like that. I'll put the bag up at some point in the video. So first things first, this is the bag I'm trying to recreate. So it looks something like this. It's two parts and then it's just sewn all the way around. Then it's just got the hand and then this buckle thing. This is quite a small bag, so I wanted something really big that I can use to carry my kids' things around. I've cut out the pieces already, and then I'll just let you know what the dimensions are. So I've cut out the lining fabric, soft interface. Then I've cut out this peplum stay. It's quite a hard, like paper interface. Then the main fabric, I've cut two out, so one for the front piece and one for the back piece. I also want this one to have pockets inside, just so I can put my phone without like rummaging through the inside of the bag. I'm using two of this wadding, and then I'm going to be interfacing, sandwiching the wadding inside like so. So it's going to be something like this. And then I've got the piece that would wrap around the main fabrics. So this is what it looks like. I've got the main piece. I've got the lining piece. I've also got the interface, the paper stay, and the wadding as well. So dimensions for this is 19 inches by 18 inches for the main fabric piece. And then for the one that is going to be going round, the length is 52 inches and this width is 8 inches. And then for the pockets, I am using 13.5 inches by 11.5 inches. You can make it however you want, depending on the size that you're trying to go for. So yeah, let's carry on with the rest of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron this piece together just so it's strong enough and doesn't go anywhere. I'll iron it, then come back and show you what next I've done. I have attached all the pieces together. So this is the front piece. I've also sewn it down in place just so it holds the stitches. I've done the same thing for the back piece. So this is the lining part and this is the main fabric part. And I have also done inner pockets, so it's going to be something like this inside, so on the lining. So what I'll do is I'll take this to my sewing machine. I would sew this down. Actually, I should have done it on the lining piece so that the mark doesn't show outside, or maybe I would just put it on the outside like this and then just sew it down just so it stays something like this. So I have also done the same thing for this piece. I've sewn it all the way down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. I will do wrong side facing. I will pin it down in place all the way around like this. I'll just keep going round all the way till the end. So you can see the bag is slowly forming together. I'll also do this side like this, and then I'll start spinning it down in place. I would come back and show you when I finish sewing down the bag and also putting the bias to hold it down in place. I have finished. Let me show you what I've done so far. So I have sewn the pockets of the bag. So if I wanted to put something, I don't need to put it in the main bag. I can just put it in the pocket of the bag. And this is how big the bag is looking. I'm going to carry it on my shoulder just so you can get a full view. And this is the pocket. I just used a blue bias to hold it. My initial plan was to use a blue bias all the way around, but I just thought it's going to be color selective, and I didn't want it to select colors because this is quite a big bag and I want to use it anytime and every time. So yeah, this is how it looks. I have also done the binding. I'm going to be showing you how I'm doing the binding. The measurement around the bag, you'd measure it and then cut out a strip of fabric for that. And then the width of this fabric is 2 inches. So it's 2 inches by however long this is. So this is what I have cut out, and I'm going to be showing you what I will be doing. So at this top, which hasn't been closed off, I would put the strip of fabric like so. and then I would sew one edge all the way around. I'll do 2 pins. So when I've sewn this down, I would turn it in, because then this would be like this, and then I would sew it to cover the line. So it would be like this by the time I'm done, and to be all the way around. And when I finish that, I'll come back and show you what this looks like. Okay, so I've sewn the first part down, so this is what it's looking like. Now I would bend it like this and like this, and then I'll sew it in such a way that it stays both on in here and on the side, so it finishes up ever so nicely. So I'll take this like this to my sewing machine. I mean, you can pin it if you want, but I'm just going to eyeball it and sew it all the way around and come back and show you. So the top has now been done and all the way around. So see how nicely finished up is looking. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to add the bag strap. So what I chose to do was to use a braided bag strap, which I just made myself. And I just tried it on to see how it's going to look. I'm going to finish this mouth off nicely. You can either like wrap around, or you can just burn the edge. So whichever one works. So I'll put one here. I've measured it as well. So what you do is you measure the middle of this, and then determine how inside you want the bag straps to be. So from when I measure the middle, and then I go in by 3 to 4 inches. So I've got 3 inches here and also on this other side. So I will just mark it, put it like this, and put the other bit like this, and then I would sew it down. Now to make this back strap, you get 3 pieces of fabric, because we're going to be braiding this. So because you're going to be braiding this, you need 3 strips of fabric. One thing I need to let you know is when you have long strips like this and you braid it, it's going to get shorter. So this length is 31 inches. After braiding, this is what it's going to be. It's dropped down to 32 inches. So it's dropped down to 21, I'll say 21.5 inches. So that's what you need to take note of, that when you braid something, the length reduces. So if you want your back strap to be longer than this, obviously make it like 41, 51, depending on how. Just know that about 10 to 15 inches is going to be reduced from the length. So depending on how long you want it to be, add more. I have got this fabric. It's called wadding. I'm not sure what other name it's called, but it's just this foam thing that you can use to make cardigan as well. You can use it for pillowcases, just to pad this rope. So I'll get a strip, something that is long enough to fit in here. I would cut it. Okay, so it's going to be long like this. So you have to be measuring while you're getting things done. And so I'll roll it, I'll put it in here like so. And then I would sew all the way and then wrapping this inside, almost like I'm sandwiching it. I'll do it for all 3 straps, and then I'll show you how I'm braiding it. Okay, so now that I have done the 3 cords like this, what I'm going to do is I would take this to my machine and I would sew all 3 of them down. I'll sew it a few times so it doesn't go anywhere. Then when I finish sewing it, I'll leave it in the middle while it's still on the machine with the needle still down inside. I would turn it and then I would start to braid it. And you make this braid as loose as possible. So this one I've also finished the mouth. I burnt the mouth just so it doesn't unravel or anything. So I'm just going to carry on braiding all of this. Now that I've braided this to the end, I have cut this one out. So I'm going to stitch this one down a few times so it doesn't go anywhere and so that the braids doesn't unravel. So now that that is done, I will trim this excesses away. Now you're going to burn this. It's going to be something like this. Take this to anything that produces actual fire is what you want to use to burn this. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. This side of the bag has been done. This is how I use the stitch line to follow it all the way, just so it looks really neat. So to add the other straps, I have marked using the side where the other strap is going to be. So I would take it, I would pin it down, And I would pin the second side down as well. And then I'll take this to my sewing machine, and then I would sew along these lines. So go back and forth a few times just so it stays nicely in place, and then I would reinforce it on the top. So the bag is all sorted now. It is quite big and I love the size of it because there's so much I can carry in this bag. So this is a side view, this is the front view, and this front pocket is huge, enough to carry the extra large wipes. As you can see me putting in, I can put my phone in and just things I don't want to be in the main pocket of the bag, and then just carry the bag wherever I want to. Inside the bag, that's how huge it is. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed the content of this video, remember to click like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and click on the bell icons. When I post any upcoming videos you get notified, and I would see you in my next one. Take care, bye.